Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the HPC number KEKAB-8, KEKAB-8. Okay. Really smart little elegant not single, but small little key cabinet just for those applications where you're going to require not a lot of capacity. Okay, you might have, perfect example, this is going to a construction company, or maybe it's a groundskeeping service for a small, for a school. And you've got golf carts that people drive around to get from one place to the other, and you've got 6 of them. An 8, tag key cabinet could be quite perfect for your application. Okay, so let's move forward with a bit of a visual review of the item. So that's the 8-unit key cab. We open that up. The key and the screws are here. Okay. Your key tags are here, numbered 1 through 8. Piece of marketing data here. We'll put that aside. I don't think there's going to be too much to note about that. Got your decal inside of here to mark them. Obviously, you're going to hang them. You can see that those angled welded in strip that's at the top. Take out one of the key tags. Just to demonstrate what that's going to look like. Okay. You get the idea. Okay. A couple of keys. 2 keys I think would be probably a value not to exceed, otherwise they're just not going to lie down flat. Okay. Made of steel in a beige color. Let's go over some basic dimensional properties. Overall width, about 5. Well, overall is about 5 7/8. The door itself looks like it's closer to 5 11/16. Overall height, about 6 1/2. Overall thickness, about 2 3/16. Okay. Again, made of steel. The weight is about 1.7 pound, right in that range. Key tags, again, 1 through 8 are in this bag. The snap rings are packaged separately. You'll just have to assemble those. Inside this package will be the 2 original keys. H150 is what this is stamped. They're only available keyed differently. Before I talk a little bit more about that, 3 screws are included as well. Obviously, to go back here. So what you're certainly going to do is get your unit, your holes drilled, whatever fasteners you're going to require. Those screws look like they might be a number 10, 8 or 10. Okay, get that fixed. This keyhole sort of preparation, slide it down, then put your permanent hole here. Now, regarding the key differently only, well, this is just a cam lock, is all it is. So the fact of the matter is, replacing this cam lock with key-to-like or master-keyed cam locks would not be a difficult chore for us to be able to help you with. Okay? There are certainly people who do cam lock work that we'd be able to get a cam lock with a spring clip that's here. I'm going to pull that out so that I can archive. Before I do that, it's important to note that your key pull position can be both in the unlocked and locked condition. So you can leave that key when this is unlocked or locked, so be mindful of that. You can remove it, I should say. That clip is in there, that's no doubt. I'm just going to coax that out so we can archive what length this cylinder is. Okay. Spring clip. This actually would also take a threaded nut if we had a threaded nut for it. So, you know, someone's making these cam locks is just the bottom line. So let's take a dimension. Underside of the head, the length of the body itself looks like it's about 9/16. Okay, to the back of the cam, it looks like it's about 11/16. The center line of the cam to the end of the tailpiece looks like it's about 1.25 inches. Just a typical straight cam. So at this point, while I can't tell you what cylinder would go in here, all I would need to do is to go to a cam lock manufacturer's catalog and locate something that is that's going to fit. And there are slits on either side of the body, and that's what that spring clip secures around to hold it in place. So we've archived it. So it can be done. There's no doubt. Just a matter of finding somebody. Actually, the truth of the matter is I'm quite sure that HPC's sister company, ESP, you've got Hudson Lock, ESP, and HPC. I'm sure ESP has locks that will fit in this. I'm quite sure of it. The bottom line is, depending on that flat cam in the back, you might find some offset cams. Well, you know the length of the body, whatever I said, 9/16, to the length, you know, then to the outside of the cam about, forgive me, 11/16, I forget what I said. And then you know the length, so you'll be able to come up with something that's certainly going to work. So if someone needed that done, I would certainly entertain doing the research and supplying the lock sets separately. And the reason I say all of this is because we asked HPC to provide them keyed to a particular key number. This client had maybe an H146, something like that. Don't quote me on the key number. And the client wanted them keyed to that number. Well, HPC said we can't do that. Well, my hesitation about just agreeing to that is, well, you know who's making the cam locks, so we ought to be able to accommodate that, you know, type of request, or maybe not, but it's certainly possible that that can be accommodated. So we're just going to put this all back together, and then we're going to switch to the screen view where we can take a closer look at some of the supporting documentation of this box in terms of telling you what other capacities are available on this. So let's do that now. Okay, so let's get down to it here. Let's look at what we've got going with this HPC KEKAB-8. This is obviously just a generic box showing you the summary of the important components. You're going to get key tags made of white plastic and numbered for easy identification. Bright nickel-plated snap hooks can hold multiple keys. I'd say maybe 2. They do a pretty good job with 1. If you throw 2 on there, it'll start to hang out. Heavy gauge steel. All cabinets are constructed of heavy gauge steel with piano hinged doors to provide a sturdy location to secure your keys. A durable finish, a powder-coated finish. Powder coat and durable finish are absolutely synonymous. Neutral sand color, fits in any location. If your cabinet had the capacity, you would have some capacity on the inside of the door. Locking options, and this is where the data is out of date. Master keyed is not available. Electronic, I believe that's available. One way or another, it can be accomplished. Key Trail 25. Keep track of keys. Keep track of keys, the people that hold them, and the doors they open with the free sample of key trail included with each cabinet. That's what that marketing data on that half sheet was in the box. It talks about key management software. Key control out tags. There are no out tags with this, so be mindful. There are no out tags. You can review the balance of all of the information here. We've gone over much of it. Okay, now let's switch over to the manufacturer's page. But first, let's copy that part number. From this page, we'll be able to review not only all of the HPC products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website here, as well as a link to the full product catalog here. It's a not insignificant document. We'll get down to where the key cabinets are. Page 105. Here we go. Now you're in the general catalog area. That's where you can see your KEKAB 5, and it will give you an overview of what you're dealing with. Other options are here. Okay. Capacities are here. Expansion leaves, when you have a larger capacity unit, those can be added. Combination control, etc. You get the picture. We're in the catalog section for these key cabinets. Standard cylinders can be done as well, or standard mortise cylinders. Okay, electronic combination carrying KEKAB. All sorts of key management material here. Now, having showed that to you, I would want to also show you in the HPC catalog likely what they're most known for, and that would be their key originating, duplicating equipment. Their key machines, and their 1200 Blitz is probably the machine that they are most notorious for. This machine is considered standard equipment in a operating lock shop. You can originate keys using this machine based on being able to set the X and Y axis off of a card that you slide into here. Perhaps changing the cutter, perhaps changing the jaw, or changing both of them. This allows you to originate a key, not duplicate, but you originate a key from code. This is not a duplicator, although they do have duplicators. A punch machine would also originate. And here's a duplicator here. Take a copy, cut a copy of it. Okay. So if you know HPC, you probably do for that. If you don't, well, here's what they're most known for right here, the Blitz machine, it's called. Now, that link to the manufacturer's website, if you are in the world of locksmithing, you're probably very familiar with it, or maybe you're not. But the key machine link here, I did that a little fast, here is helpful. I would click on that, and then from this page, you're going to find depth and space data. And this is listed by manufacturer, and then by number. There's a number that's associated with a manufacturer's depth and spacing data, but from these charts, you're able to originate keys by the original code. So this is a very helpful document when you work in the realm of locksmithing and need to originate keys, meaning make one from code originally. So really handy resource. I am constantly on these pages looking for information. The codes that govern the punch machine and their Blitz are listed here. Okay, not the only machine by no means that will originate keys, but very likely the most popular or common one that will. Okay. Other encyclopedic documents are here. That depth and spacing data, I have those actually linked to here as well. Let's wrap up this video on camera. A really good company, that HPC. They have a quite comprehensive offering of locksmithing tools like this key cabinet, amongst other things, and I would encourage you to look through their catalog because they have key machines, obviously, key management hardware like this KEKAB, but they also have locksmith-related security hardware, latch guards, cylinder guards, things of that nature. I very much appreciate the professionalism happening at HPC. I email them routinely, and every time, without fail, they respond. And in the world of locksmithing equipment and paraphernalia, all active companies that I work with respond in that sort of fashion. They are extremely responsive because the world of locksmithing is quite technical and you need answers from the factory. That's just the bottom line. And they do a very good job at being responsive, and to them I say thank you. Any questions on the KEKAB-8 KEKAB, 8 key capacity, or any other HPC product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.